we should be back live and working. Let me get it up on YouTube to make sure everything is working here. Doesn't seem to be. There we go, now it's loading. Perfect. So I didn't do anything here. I said I was going to go through some things. I didn't. Just took a break. It was very nice. I hope yours had a nice hour around. And yeah, good to be back. Apparently session isn't live yet on Twitch. What's going on here? Do I need to reload? Oh no, it has been live for 40 seconds. Wonderful. Welcome back. So, got an offer for Ben Mitchell. Let's look at that in a second. The first two available first team players for reserves match. We'll do that first though. And with that, we have to decide who we play in the first team here today. We will look at the tactics. So, I would like the players to be fit for the league match, but I also definitely want to win this cup match. It's against the lower league side. We should be fine. One thing we'll definitely do is bring in Jamie Massey for Tom Hegan, because for the cup, bit of a rotation and goal. Jamie Massey needs a bit of good game time anyways at 17 years old, and Tom Hegan sure won't mind a break for one game. In that fullback position, we have either Craig Bears, Bryce, or Jordan Dyron. So basically, Bryce will just stay out there. He's got 11 stamina, he's got 9 natural fitness. He's going to be fine for the next match. Jack Graham, however, should be good too with his 14 natural fitness. He can stay out there as well. He's been performing very well. I like what I'm seeing from him. Andrew Ferguson, 12 stamina, 10 natural fitness. He should be good too. Our centre backs were gassed last time out. I'm not sure why at the end of the match. Nathan Riddle, I'm not too sure about. He's got that 9 stamina and 6 natural fitness. I think we will take him out and give Mark Whitford a run out. Mark Whitford is a good option anyways to have. And he's played fantastically in the last match for the B team, scoring the winner in the 93rd minute. Then William Worry. He is kind of not necessarily a player we can replace easily, but he's got 5 stamina, 30 natural fitness though, so we'll start him and maybe we'll bring him off early if we're doing well in the game. Johnny Wilson should be fine. Nicholas Tarkington, sorry about that. Got a 12 stamina. Don't really have a replacement for him, so he's just going to have to soldier on. Similar situation for Lukas Adamczyk and his 4 stamina. Sorry, lad, but you're just going to have to fight through it. To Melter, we don't have a really good backup for either, so it doesn't really matter. Jack Moore is going to get a run out because we've not been happy with our exploits of Chris Watts. So I think it's a good occasion to kind of swap these guys around. So basically, everyone else can be made available for the BT match. It's the day after. Everyone who's not planning to start in one of those two. Watts is going to get a bit less of game time in those. Okay, perfect. Ben Gordon we can leave out because he is completely match fit anyways. Squad available for reserves. Next match, 19 minutes. Chris Watts is only going to get 45 minutes because he might play on the weekend. We'll see. Inbox. Okay, we'll have to go through this ourselves apparently. Made everyone available now, but we have to put them in the position. I thought this is annoying. I do apologize for this, it might take a while. Jordan Dyer right back, he's back from injury. Louis Wilson. Ben Mitchell will be the left centre back. Highly entertaining stuff here to start the second stream of the day off. I know. So, by the way, to anyone who's just joined now, this is our stream series to boycott the World Cup in Qatar. I'm trying to stream every time a match is going on. And this is the second stream of the day, which is why I didn't go in with much of an intro, because I think most people who are here to begin with just watched the one from before anyways. But if you're not, even if you're not, you're very welcome here. I'm happy if you want to join the cause. If you don't, that's fine as well. Blackstock is going to play in that attack midfielder role. Yeah, we're having a journeyman. We're currently in Ireland, in the third tier of Northern Ireland. Sorry, third tier with the police service of Northern Ireland, which is just so great that we got that job. I absolutely love it. Jack Owens, I think, is going to play that advanced playmaker role for the B team. And yeah, since we've only gotten in recently, we are kind of micromanaging the B team as well, so that every player has got match sharpness, and also to help them um, Wait, so Hannah's here, okay, Hunter's here, and Wilson is here. Do you know what? We can play. Who is it? Hunter. Just play him left mid. He's a left back and doesn't have anything going forward, but that's fine. So Newington make Mitchell offer. He's like what should be our first choice centre back. I've decided to skip him to begin with because he's only got 6 jumping reach and 4 strength, and that scares me on a centre back. So I think we are not too fussed about him leaving, but still he's one of the best rated players at the club. So it would be very disappointing. What could we do? We could ask him to make a quicker decision. Can we not ask? We could offer him a new contract. Oh, we've already offered him a new contract. Okay. Well, then we'll just see what kind of contract the director of football has offered him, and if he's more interested in that than joining Newington. Newington, of course, is in the division above us, so he's probably going to be gone. They are currently in the relegation struggle. The relegation playoff spot, just 1 point ahead of the confirmed relegation spot, but no matter what happens this season, they're probably going to be in a better position than we are. We're definitely not going to be in a higher league than them. Deadline day recruiter meeting. We have arranged a recruitment meeting advice strategy for the closure of the transfer window. Okay, how is this going to go down? First of all, here are the players whose contracts are about to expire within the next 12 months or have already expired. So what can we do here? Discuss. What can we discuss? You should delay making a decision on Tom Hegan's contract because he's plenty of time on his current deal. All right, we'll do nothing for the time being and see how it goes. I think we should offer a new contract and keep him here. No, I think we'll just see how it goes. And I think the same thing will go for all of them. We'll do nothing to see how it goes. Depends on how they perform for the rest of the season. But we want to keep them around until the end of the season, not have too much player turnover in our first few months here. Get to settle fast. There's a recap of all players we're looking to offer for transfer or loan. As attracting interest, or that should not be moved to highlighted. And okay, transfer list player as he's not playing regularly enough. Henry Kappa. Now, if you do bring in that striker we've been looking for the transfer window, then I do kind of agree with that. If you don't, then I don't quite know. We should transfer list. They say, I think we should offer him to clubs instead. No, I don't think transfer listing him is the right approach. I don't think he's a lot of influence. He was in the like B team when we joined the club, so I think yeah, let's offer him to other clubs. That might not be the best course of action, but if you're sure, let's offer him. Okay, now if my director of football thinks he's in charge of transfers, it's better to set it on transfer list, then we will do that. To recommendations. Here's an update on all the players we recommend based on the recruitment focus assigned to us. No one. Okay, thank you very much. Other recommendations? No. End meeting. Thank you. Very productive. But most of the transfer stuff is in the hands of our backroom staff, so we'll leave it there as well. Assuming you're having problems with the connection to YouTube, but I don't know if that's my stream having problems, like me loading the stream on YouTube, or if it's my upload having problems. I think we're good for now. As today's match for Logan Town has been postponed again due to a waterlogged pitch at Logan Town Arena. The fixture has been rearranged to Tuesday, the 31st of January, so in a week's time. It's the second time it has been postponed after it was already scheduled for the weekend, so it looks like we're going to have the league fixture first. Anyways, I should really switch up the B team setup then, but I'm not going to because I'm lazy. And I have for the moment still not been able to find the time to set up the fundraiser. It should work for everyone else, to put your money in. If you are interested, it is on my Twitch About tab. I don't know where else you can find it. And it's also on my Twitter if you go there. I was planning and still will kind of put some money into the fund every time we start the stream and end the stream. So we've got some incentive, and we can always check back the progress. But I haven't been able to get to work because I can't send money to myself, so I need to put up a new PayPal account or something like that. But by tomorrow, I hope at the latest we're going to have that set up. So our B team is offered for Bradley Yip, a winger. We had a look at him before, and it would be so good if we could get him in, but they are paying him money, so I don't necessarily think he'll accept the offer. But he would be definitely better than just being in our B team. We need wingers in the first team, so it'd be a fantastic signing to make. He's now Olympic defeated, but Mitchell impressive. Okay, so first time since we've been sending out a lot of players to the B team from the first team that they get a defeat, but apparently it was still a pretty good showing, especially by Mitchell, who might be about to join a team in the division above, but hasn't even been playing for us recently. Have we signed anyone yet? No, there's not been a signing gone through into the club so far. We've only had the one sale of that backup centre back. The only deal we had accepted for a player coming in was that left back we rejected because we really don't need him at this stage. I've made an offer for 20-year-old Faisu Sangare. We are still making offers mainly for strikers. They're really intent on signing a striker, and this would be one hell of a player for this level, as we always say, but we're not going to get our hopes up yet because it doesn't seem to always work out that well. But Faisu Sangare would be a Liberian, which is exciting. The new George Weah, you could say. He's got the other nationality of English, which is probably why he's made his way to the Isles, but was born in Monrovia in Liberia. What's the other goes? Where did he come from? So he came through at Wolves and then spent at Oldham, then spent 5 years in the Wolves youth setup. Now making a breakthrough though. And in Newington, I've made a non-negotiable offer for Mark Whitford. I have no interest in joining Newington, but I'm willing to enter preliminary talks to see if they can convince me to join. So Whitford has not been playing his first choice, and being one of 3 players on a part-time contract, it will probably not be the worst idea to get rid of him. But again, want to keep the squad together. We've been playing well just to end out the season, and in the summer we can have a bit more turnover. So if he's not too willing to join or reject the offer, he's a good player to have around, and we shall hit continue. So apparently my bit rate on my connection is a bit unstable. I hope I'm still coming good through clean. I don't know too well. Newington make with whatever. No, that's what we already had. Team selection advice, PSNI favorites for Port Stewart clash. Good to know, even though they won their last game. Pre-match press conference, Neil Stewart, that's what we're here for. So our relationship is now indifferent. We're almost there. Maybe after another 1 or 2 press conferences, he's going to like us. So the press conference is happening at the Dub ahead of the game at the Dub, our home stadium, against, what's the team we're playing against again? Portsmouth something, I don't know. So the press conference atmosphere is still downcast, and he starts in with a negative attitude. So we still have a ways to go to turn him around quite. But he disliked us before, and now he's indifferent towards us. How do you feel the club has handled its struggle in the relatively short time since you took over? What do you mean, us struggles? We've been doing fantastically. We've won a game, 2 games, and drawn 2. Or did we win 1 game and draw 2? I knew what I was getting myself into when I came here, and I know it'll get worse before it gets. No. I firmly believe in this club's potential, and while it will take time, we will be successful. I haven't had the time to think about it. There's too much to do. I'm confident we'll be able to turn things around. We have to. Okay, we'll be successful. I don't know what that question is. Port Stewart is the team we're playing. Second from bottom of the table. Have suffered 3 straight league defeats and relegation. And the relegation candidates find themselves in 11th. Okay, so their win must have come in a cup tie. The PSNI team look more than capable of dealing with Port Stewart. Surely a comfortable win is in order here. Oh, Neil. Why do you have to paint me in such a bad light? If I disagree with you, then you're mad at me. If I agree with you, it'll sound like I'm patronizing Port Stewart. I said, believing in ourselves is half the battle. We go into every match with positive mindset. Obviously, having the favour of Neil is way more important than anything else in this game. Joel Bradley has been one of Port Stewart's best players this season. Where would they be without him, in your opinion? So he is a winger, 3 goals so far, 7.02 average rating for a team sitting at towards the bottom of the table. That's not bad. I think they'd be even worse without him. That's fairly obvious assessment. So Johnny Law is the manager, not the name. Johnny Law's Port Stewart side have looked leaky defensively in recent games. How do you plan on exploiting their frailties on Saturday? Johnny's side have been unlucky lately. The stats can come sometimes. I've been watching Port Stewart with a bit of amusement. No? Okay. I don't pay too much attention to that kind of thing. Every game of football is different, and Johnny is too good a manager for us to be expecting an easy game on Saturday. Yes, of course. You know, we're not agreeing with Stewart there, but we will smile. Neil Stewart there, but we will smile warmly at him, so that will hopefully help. Are your players worried about the scale of the task in facing Johnny Law and Port Stewart? No, we're good. We're good. I'm not an O at all. I think his side plays good football, but I know my side plays better. Good. Oh no! Our relationship has deteriorated by that press conference. Why, Neil? Why? He's distant again. No! Oh, Neil. I think we should rename the series, like, I don't know, Forgetting Neil Stewart or something like that. Anyone see the movie, Forgetting Sarah Marshall? I love that movie. Oh, I don't know, Chasing After Neil Stewart. Something like that. Most training reports. Okay, nothing to note. Hey, there we go! There it is. Fast signing of the series. It's going to be Bradley Yip, who's agreed to join us on a non-contract with a €25 appearance fee. And as much as he's not necessarily what we wanted to start down that left-hand side, he's a very good option to bring on off that bench down that right-hand side. He's got a bit of pace to break in behind, especially late game. He can dribble as well. Other than that, he's not a very smart player. He doesn't have the best end product of crossing or finishing or passing, but at least he can get into good positions, and you know, that's more than we can say about many of our players. So I am very happy to bring Bradley Yip into the club, so we will accept that, no doubt. Took a while until we made our first signings, 27th of January, but a very good one. As apparently he's rated at 1.5 the current ability. I think I disagree with that, and even if I don't, he just has like some assets which are going to be useful. He's mostly going to be coming off the bench. We'll keep going with the white target man of Lukas, what's his face, Adamczyk. Okay, we'll move him to senior squad, of course. And winger on attack is what you'll be training as, please. Take control of this player's individual training. Okay. Training week in review, Police Station Service of Northern Ireland. They have got fantastic performances once again. We'll only praise them every other week, otherwise they get mad at us, and the spirits in the team are fairly high right now anyways. So that's okay. So MMG will reign so far. 1 win, 2 draws against the teams who sat in second at the time, both of them, when we've faced them. So that's been pretty good. So away at home against 11th in the league, just a place second bottom. We should, when I say should, we should be favourites. As Thiago at Liverpool gets a new 2-year deal, good for him. We're still in the first season here, even though we're already at our second club. Just halfway through it, actually, because we joined the Swedish team very early on. As it's match time. Any top of the table fixtures going on or something interesting? top bottom of the table play ninth and could even overtake them. So it's still a very tight table. It's spread out a little bit since we joined the league, but still very tight. Although that fourth place we've occupied for a bit has now gotten quite far away from us. 6 points we are behind it because the teams who had a game in hand performed very well in Tobamore. But all good. We've got a positive goal difference. A win could take us all the way back up to 5th. And hopefully it will, to be honest. Team selection. The first thing I will do is bring Bradley Yip onto the bench. Because I think he has got the capabilities to make an impact. We made a change to the tactics since our last game. We put Wilson up from the Segundo Volante into an advanced playmaker role. It's kind of like the role which I think suits him best. I'm kind of scared that there'll be too much distance between our midfielders. If there will, then we'll just change it back to like a central midfielder on support or ball-winning midfielder on support, something like that. Other than that, okay, we made some provisionary changes because we thought we were playing in the cup. We're not now, so I'll turn those changes back around. It was at left back as well, and I think everyone else we had left as they were. So we now have Jack Owens and Cochrane. Is that a good selection? Kind of like Matthew Hanna. He doesn't have much physicals. Yeah, no, that's a fine selection. Okay. And Jack Moore is still going to get an opportunity because Chris Watts has not been convincing so far. Only that like green thing here is because he plays for the B team. Very good. Let's get into the game. Submit team. Let's see what we can do against Portstad. It's a match we should be winning. Make sure we do a bit of pressure on the boys, but I'm sure they can handle it, right? You can see last 5 matches we've gotten, what is that, 11 points in the last 5 games. That's insanely good. As Portstad have won their last one, but I think that was just in the cup. They already have a region in that team. It's Smith. Interesting. We did 8 points above them. Should we lose this, of course, kind of suggests that we're still not quite out of the relegation struggle as I sold it. We'd still be 5 points ahead of them and then potentially more points ahead of a relegation spot. But I'm confident that we're not going to lose anyway, so it's going to be good, right? So Hegan picks up that ball from kickoff. We're going to get into the game. Let's have a quick look at that region. Oh, he's got pace, acceleration, and very good crossing. He's a good player at this level, at least from what I've seen from our team. So that's interesting. Interesting proposition to play against. As first time falls from their corner. Regent Smith is going to deliver it in swinger. We head clear initially, and then we give away a penalty. Look, Tumulty fouls Duffy. Let's see what they can make of this. Not a good start for us at all. It is Mr. Law stepping up. I thought that's their coach. And he slots it into the bottom corner. And I was a bit cocky by saying we should be winning this game. And Glenn Law puts the 1-0 up in the 9th minute. And I think it's the first time we've been behind in a match so far since we joined the club. That's a problem because we have been efficient and proficient in front of goal, but we haven't created many opportunities, like many good opportunities. So if they now go in a low block, it could be problems for us. We'll throw some encouragement the boys' way. It's gotten them motivated, but if it's going to get them playing better is a different question, probably. Not necessarily looking like it. Come on, we want to see more than that. Let's go positive for half time. See if that helps us create a bit more. Being a bit more optimistic in our approach. I'm not doing anything, are we? Oh, highlights. Briars, throw in. Wilson back to Briars, who can't cross, but he finds more. More heads it, and it's in. Let's go! It's overconfidence that kills you, Hudson says in the chat, and he's silenced with that goal. Ah, Jack Moore, first start, and he is fighting for that starting striker role, and if you keep going like that, that's all we need to see. Jack Briar swings in across, he's backpedaling a little bit with the header, but places it wonderfully. And there it is, we make it 1-1, and I'm very, very happy with that. But again, not that good an opportunity. I mean, it was a decent heading opportunity. Oof, as we almost go a goal down there again. But, you know, we scored it, so it's fine. As long as it's 1-1, the game can be open. I was just scared that, you know, they're going to just put up a defensive block, and I don't really think we have the quality of players to break that kind of stuff down. We need to get fortunate with like a set piece, I guess. But they have looked a better team out there, even though minimally, because their XG is obviously inflated hugely by their penalty. We've had a better possession and enough passing, so it's not all bad for us. We've been unable to win a corner so far, though. And I'm kind of wondering, because I think I set the team up now to play for set pieces, and maybe playing for set pieces makes it less likely that we'll win corners. Now, hear me out, that sounds weird. But because I think the players, when they're in a duel already on the sideline, they already try to win the throw-in and don't try to hit the byline, hit the cross in, and then win a corner or go for the shot because they're, or they don't go for the shot because they're hoping for a foul in a deeper position or something. So I'm tempted to turn that off again. I was kind of scared when I turned it on. I think I turned it on, didn't I? We've hardly been playing to the middle, even though they've just had 2 central midfielders and we have 3, so we should actually make use of that. Player statistics. Tom Hegan again, good distribution. I like what I'm seeing since we changed his instructions. Quite Briars got a good rating because he's got the assist. Other than that, he didn't do much. Nathan Riddle continues to have disappointingly low pass completion, and I do not understand why. Johnny Wilson has been doing better with the role change in the advanced playmaker role. I like to see that. He's not been getting involved that much though. Maybe a deep line playmaker role would be better there. Wilfer Ford and Tarkington's not been playing well. I would still love to get a replacement or a backup in for him, or a replacement even, in this transfer window, but I don't think it's going to happen at this stage. I tell the boys, keep going. We can win this through work hard as a team. And the only thing we'll try is turn off plays for set pieces, and hopefully that will lead to us winning more corners. Sounds counterintuitive, but worth a shot. Worth a shot. And again, we should really be winning this. This is like second from bottom in the league, and they've lost the last 4 league matches, I think. And yeah, you know, we're at home. And we've been doing very well so far. That's not kind of let that be ruined by a bad result here. Here we go. First corner. So maybe my theory was right. Riddle is going to swing it in. Finds a Damczyk. He scores his 3rd headed goal. Our wide target man has not done anything from open play. But this is his 3rd goal already from a set piece. One was a throw-in, 1 was a free kick, and 1 was a corner. Wonderful stuff. And I love our bold 40-year-old Polish winger who playing as a wide target forward. Everyone loves a wide target forward, don't they? And it's been working very well for us. We set the corners up newly before this game, I think, to bring him into the box for all of them. And it's working out wonders, as it looks like we're going to have space to attack into here. Warrior's on the ball. Moore, could he get there? Bit of a kerfuffle, and Tumulty ends up fouling instead of hitting the ball. We should have really gotten a good shot of that, but we were unable to. But hey, we're in the lead, which pushes us back into the top half of the table. In 6th, 21 points, within striking distance of 4th and 5th. This is very good stuff. I like it. Lukas Adamczyk is a monster. I hope he doesn't think about retiring yet. He's only 40, you know. He can go for a long time. There he is, in all his glory. 16 strength still. 14 jumping reach. What a guy. I don't know how happy he is about being parked out on the wing, by the way, but what are you going to do? Bradley isn't really able to play in that deeper left-hand side position, is he? No, not really. We'll think about it, but for now we'll stick with Tarkington. So you have that midweek game in the cup, which I'd like most players to be available for. But we are not quite out of the woods here yet, so we'll wait to make all the changes. But we will not wait for too long, I don't think. I don't think they've created a single shooting opportunity so far. As a player for them out of the on the touchline, so we have a man advantage here in this highlight. It's a bit of a miscommunication is fixed here by goalkeeper and left back. Madison, their goalkeeper's on it. He's going to try and go for the long punt, but we should be able to win this one. Is Wilson going to win a follow-up? Yes, Adamczyk has it now. Bryars. Ball over the top to Moore. I don't know how he ever hoped to find him there. And maybe it is gonna, no, it goes back and forth. I don't know whose highlight it's going to be. Tumulty, Worry. Wow, Turkington with a weak-footed effort from distance. Surprised that found its way into the highlights, but I don't mind it, you know? You can take them on. Take them on. Try it. Slimmer Vardy are going back to the second with a 3-0 win. And the next highlight falls in the 69th minute. And Moore wins it back. Is he going to score? Snapshot. He was a bit rushed there, but I mean, he won it back, so he had the right to take it on. Didn't quite manage to slot it home successfully. I think what we will do is take Adamczyk off because I wanted to start next game. And we'll bring on Mr. Yip for his debut for the club in that wing on attack role. Sorry about that. We will check Owens. I want to make so many changes, but I'm so scared that it's gonna blow up in our face basically. We'll go for Ben Mitchell. Has he taken a decision yet? No, he's still on the bid from Newington. And we'll make all the changes in one go because obviously we want to play to time waste a little bit with their changes. William Rory should come off. He's got that good natural fitness though, so we can wait another couple of minutes with that, I think. Craig Bryars, we don't really have a replacement for, do we? He's just going to have to somehow soldier through those games. Jack Graham can come off for Whitford. However, we have to switch. No, then we have two super short centre backs. I'm not going to do that. Okay, we will take off Tumulty for Jack Owens. And the last two subs will save for a bit of a later stage. Okay, already gone through. Bring on Cochrane for William Rory. He'll be playing a ball in the midfield on defend. And yeah, we hope we haven't tempered with our tactics too much. So Ben Mitchell will not be playing as a stopper. That's not a good idea. We'll stop playing a stopper. We will also stop preventing a short goalkeeper distribution because that means they punt it long. And since we don't have any defenders to win those aerial duels, that's probably a bad idea. We don't have a player to bring on for Turkington now. Or we kind of do. Yeah, we can bring on Whitford. Play him as a fullback on defend. And play Riddle as a winger on support. Okay, that's all our changes being made. We're still waiting for those to go through. Hopefully we haven't changed too much around that the team is out of sorts and we concede another goal. But we want to be successful in the cup as well as in the league, so it's a bit of a risk we have to take. Wilson is going to take on a shot. No, he finds more. Is he going to find Turkington, who's desperately looking for a goal today by the looks of it? As changes have gone through now, we're just going to continue this. It's going to take this corner kick. He's been moved up to left midfield now. And no one's been found there. But again, they haven't created a shooting opportunity that I remember this half. So it's been going really, really well. Tempted to praise the boys for how they've been doing. I'm scared that would lead to overconfidence. Yip gets it down here. Plays it back to his right back, Bryos. Goes for an audacious ball with his left foot. Finds Moore, who tries to head it at goal after it bounced up in front of him. I don't know how he ever hoped to achieve anything with that. It's not the glorious win I was hoping for against second from bottom, but as long as we get the 3 points, I will be happy, to be honest. And most players seem a bit nervous. Struggling to beat the pace of the match. As Moore is in here though. Can he score another one? He's looked lively today. Shot blocked and cleared out for a throw-in. I think Moore will rest for the cup game. We'll get Watts back in and see him be ready for the weekend match, weekend tie. Although maybe it's better to leave Moore out there, secure a win in the cup, and get his confidence flowing. Watford header. Oof. Riddle wins it. Watford plays back to him. Cochrane goes for the shot. Bit of a mess there. We will praise the boys and hopefully get a positive reaction. Okay, most of them react positively to that. They're still struggling to meet the pace of the game. Okay, I don't know what happened. I was kind of scared that we gave away another penalty. It's looking good for now. And, you know, normally I change it up so that we preserve the game a bit more, but we've been doing well. And haven't really given them any opportunities, so I don't see any reason to change many things up in terms of the tactic. Although, saying that might have been a bit of a mistake, as McFadden was in here, and Whitford can only head it behind for a corner. Doherty to deliver, Whitford heads clear. And I think this should be it, hopefully. Excited for with 1.5 minutes to go, so there is something still left in this game. I'm kind of scared it's going to be a highlight to them. As McFadden has it, plays a 1-2, is in. Hegan makes a huge save. Let us go cautious now. Don't know if that's going to change anything. Corner delivered, headed out. Cochrane heads to the corner taker. Oh, scissor kick cross in. It wasn't too bad. On the follow-up, Graham with the diving header. There's too many of these. Too many of these defensive diving headers so far in the game, and they have scored. And the game is going to finish as a draw. And that's very frustrating. That's poor mentality shown by the boys to concede that one. Why did we not see a replay of that one? Yeah, no, that's really poor. We've given up quite a few opportunities towards the end of that match. You can see that the diving header cleared there by Graham. Wilson can't win his duel. Tweed gets to it and a bullet header from that position. From there, it's incredible that he got that off. And there's a risk that we're giving up the game here completely. With Smith on the free kick, backstick, McFadden headed over, and yeah, 2-2 draw. That's really, really frustrating. How we let that happen, how we let that slip, I do not know. But you know, this is a sign to all the players who are going to play in the cup week that there's opportunities to get a place in the squad here, or the team here. I have to sympathize with you all. That was one of those days. No, we weren't good enough. It's as simple as that. We must improve because we have to win that game from where we were. Johnny Wilson looked disheartened. I think you weren't good enough today. And he appeared inspired by that. Wow, that's a turnaround of attitude. Yeah, very disappointing. Should never have let that happen. But I mean, we got a bit unlucky. Like 95th minute goal conceded, and the other one being a penalty in the 9th. That was given away very unnecessarily. But at the end of the day, what we're going to take away from it is just 1 point and a disappointing performance overall, I would have to say. I think we will criticize Tarkington for his lackluster performance. Hasn't gotten a single key pass or chance created on his resume. Because his last game, our strikers were feeding off scraps. He reacts well to that. That sees us now 3 draws in a row in the league. And it's probably not going to help us with the team, which your support is poor. It was very poor. And hardly anyone opposes me nowadays. You have a good reputation when compared with the players. Really? Just a week ago I had a bad one. I can't believe it turned around that much. So the team leader, William Worry, and all the highly influential players oppose me, as well as one of the influential players, but that's a lot better than it was when we started out. So that's good. Yip makes his professional debut. Okay, so that was his professional debut overall for Bradley Yip. He didn't do anything. 6.6, all on the 72nd minute. Didn't really have much to do with the game. Post-match press conference. This is gonna be difficult to get Neil on my side after this because I'm frustrated. Jack Ball finally ended his goal drought, and the look on his face said it all. How pleased are you for him? It was a great moment for Jake, and I am sure he'll go on a great run of goal scoring form now. I actually think so, yeah. He was very lively that game, and I think he looks a bit more promising in front of goal than our other striker, Chris Watts, does. Your team conceded an extremely late goal today to cost you a result. Were you surprised that so much stoppage time was added? Don't really have an opinion on that. I didn't see the entire match. Not something you should say as a manager, is it? Regardless of how much time should have been added, we weren't good enough at that stage of the game. That's a fair assessment. You have just managed to extend your unbeaten run, and the team looks almost invincible in the league right now. Do you think you can keep this form going? I mean, yeah, that's fine, but we'd like to win sometime soon again. We look ahead game by game, but there is no doubting the confidence within this group to continue this form. Yeah. Is there a danger of your players becoming complacent? No, at this stage, really not. Like, I mean, yeah, kind of maybe that last match, but I think that was more a lack of match sharpness and quality rather than being complacent. So each result gives us the confidence to extend our run of good form, and I see in the dressing room is positive. All I see in the dressing room is positivity right now, and I'll do that smiling warmly. Bradley Treat's dramatic late equalizer must have been a real kick in the teeth. How will that moment affect the team? It will hurt, certainly, but they can take the positives from today and grow as footballers. I hope so. New signing Bradley Yip made his PS9 debut today, albeit from the bench. Will Yip be in your fast team plans soon? I think we'll take it slow producing Bradley to the team. Yeah, he'll come off the bench a lot, but I don't think he'll start anytime soon. Our Polish superstar down the right is going to keep doing that. If you could have predicted just how impressive Tony Tumblety would be in a new role, what is your view on it all? Yeah, I mean, he hasn't shown much, has he? For sure, Tony has been doing well in the new role. I didn't anticipate it being any different. Yeah, sure. Okay, so my relationship with Neil Stewart hasn't deteriorated, hasn't improved either. But we'll keep working on it. One day we'll go out for dinner. Let's see, relationship distant. Too bad. More at goal drought, perfect. I'll praise his performance as well, considering it was such a hard time for him. 17 euros for our league draw. Good stuff. Recruitment focus update. We haven't found anything. Thank you very much, scouting team. So this was our 4th game in charge. After the 5th game, we're kind of praise and criticize players' forms. As Andrew Ferguson has definitely debunked my doubts about his marking and positioning and showed that the other mental stats are just so much more important than anything else. And he's been a very good defender for us. For the midweek match in the cup, we will make one alteration in the centre-back spots. We'll bring Ben Mitchell in. We will bring Mark Whitford in. We will bring Jamie Massey in. Other than that, I think the team will stay the same. The players who don't really have a backup, I will also give a day's rest because I think they will need it if they do want to continue, like if they want to play all the matches. Squad available? No. Training, rest, 1 day. Nicholas Tarkington apologizes for his poor performance. Hopefully he can do better in the near future. Hopefully, yeah, even more hopefully, I don't know how you say that. We're going to sign a left midfielder before the transfer window ends. That would be delightful, to be honest. Could really, really make use of that. We already signed that right winger, which I'm very glad that the board took that on board. We could obviously also play the right wing on the left a little bit, so sure we'd be fine for the rest of the season, but chances of a good season would be massively improved by signing like a more or less starting quality left winger. Because Tarkington is a 2-star weighted player, but is supposedly better suited to the left back role, I think. So, or maybe not even that, but he's got 3 off the ball, which is not something you want to see in one of your main offensive players, which I would argue he is on that left-hand side, or should be, even though it hasn't been so far. As Monday comes around, dynamics. Not what did I want to see? Okay, I want to see if all the players will be ready. Yeah, all the players will be ready for the match. Okay, as once again, we'll try and facing Lurgan Town in the Intermediate Cup. However, the game has already been postponed twice to the waterlogged pitch. I don't know if they fixed the problem by now. How the rain's been lately. I will check Owens would improve if he attempted to switch the ball to opposite flanks. We're not doing player twitch right now. Thank you, though. We should move Yip to the reserves. No, we shouldn't. He can be very useful for the first team. And Lukas Adamczyk's form has been good. Yeah, I believe that. He scored 3 goals after all since we joined the club. It's very nice to see. And here we go, press conference. Neil Stewart. The big challenge of the save is getting Neil Stewart to like us. Are you confident ahead of the upcoming tie? I do think we've got a good chance. We're confident. Yeah, definitely. Does the packed fixture list mean you're likely to rotate the squad a little? Yes, yes. I'm sure there are some players who are due to rest, who are due a rest, and will have to consider what we do with the starting 11. How important is it that players like Craig Bayers are ultra consistent from one match to the next, and how easy is it for you to pick the team as a result? Craig is as dependable as they come, and I never think twice when putting his name on the team sheet. It's very true, because we don't really have another feasible right back option. How important is a player like Tony Tumulty's physical traits to what you do? He doesn't have many physical traits, to be honest. He's got 30 natural fitness, that's it. I say I don't want to focus on one player. We need to play as a team if we're to win. Oh no, our relationship got worse through that. Why? What did I do, Neil? Did I not smile at you warmly enough? We're even more distant now. I feel like we're sharing a California King band. Is that outdated, that reference? I should really get into more modern music, shouldn't I? Okay, 31st of January, transfer deadline day has come around. And you know, the media surroundings here at PSNI, Police Service of Northern Ireland, have kind of made me miss Vanna's books. You look here, all the good relationships we've had. Arvid Svensson, a very close relationship with a journalist. Oh, I miss Arvid. I don't even remember him, to be honest. But I miss him. Okay, away from home, 3rd round, Intermediate Cup against Lurgan Town. I'm sure it's going to happen now, right? They can't postpone it a 3rd time, surely. Otherwise, the hosting team just has to concede defeat, I think. Sure, there must be some rule about that. I don't know, actually. Does it just get put to the other team's location? What would happen in that scenario? I don't know. The advancing through the deadline days always takes so long. So I didn't see actually on the update if there's any interesting transfer stories going on. Personality of a player chosen to welcome new signings to the club can in turn influence the personality of the new arrival. I didn't know that it was that important to choose who kind of welcomes a new player. I need to keep that in mind. I thought it's just like who says hello when they arrive at the airport. But it makes sense because obviously you kind of have associate yourself to that player every time. You need to put a bit more thought into who I sent there. Okay. Apparently that has the press conference had a good impact on some of my players, even though not on Neil Stewart. Transfer deadline day is today. Yes. As Caitlin Baxter, our press officer, informs me. I hope that Peter McCroden, our director of football, has got some tricks up his sleeve, getting us at least one more signing. I wouldn't say it's been a completely waste of a transfer window because we got him Bradley Yip, but it would have been a bit disappointing if we only get the one player in, to be honest, and maybe still lose Ben Mitchell, as Phil Lewis has taken his first step on a ladder to coaching licenses. He's one of our worst coaches. It's good to see him work on himself, even though I'm not sure if we can afford all that. It's like the second or third coaching license we're already giving out, but that's a good sign for us getting one. Should we ask for it for next season, hopefully? See what the finances say. Okay, we're in the negative right now, and our current wage budget spending is quite significantly over our wage budget. I don't know what changed that so much, because Bradley Yip is getting like 25 euros per appearance fee. No, the Ben Mitchell has literally just signed a new contract, and that's what changed that. So Ben Mitchell is gonna stay, which is very nice, to be honest. As much as he's not my first choice, it's a very, very good option. But that has had a big impact because I think it was an amateur contract before on our budget. As Faisal Sangari in turn has rejected our offer. Let's continue then. So I'm guessing that will be it for signings. In the summer, we'll have a bit of squad turnover because I think some of the players who have the part-time contracts are going to leave us, and they are kind of taking up the main part of our wage budget. And maybe we'll also have a bump in wage budget, who knows? And I think we shouldn't be expecting any more goings on that deadline day. Players are no more susceptible. See, these hints and tips down here, I never used to look at. And one day I just picked one up, and they're so useful, some of them. Like, most of it you just wouldn't know, and not like randomly click on and figure out for yourself. Some of them are really obvious, and like kind of the base way to play the game. You can't miss them, but some of them are really, really cool. Players are no more susceptible to acquiring interest in training and big matches. Sorry. When viewing your tactics screen, you can set up specific free kick instructions for players by selecting set pieces, free kicks from the menu bar on the tactics screen. Yeah, we know that. We know that. As this is really dragging on. There we go. Finally, we're through the progression, and the game is actually taking place. After 2 postponements, we are finally away against Lurgan Town in the Cup. Jordan Divan is back from his injury, but he's hopefully not going to have to play. Let's have a look. Who hates me? Okay, still the same players. Nothing changed there. I always need to check that because I want to be loved. I'll be interested to see who the first player is who's gonna like support me at this club. It's gonna be interesting. So Jordan Massey is gonna start getting his first start under our tenure. Craig Bryce is staying in. Ben Mitchell is coming in for this game. It's the first start under our tenure as well. The same with Mark Whitford. Just to give some of the players who are not going to recuperate their fitness so a bit of a rest. Other than that, starting lineup, nothing's changed. We're sticking with Jake Moore after he scored that goal. We're going to have to change the bench around a little bit because we are having 2 players less available for that bench. We will leave Jake Owens out there. And Bradley Yip can go on because we want that option off the bench. Bit of pace, bit of a late impact guy. And yeah, should be our team. Tactics as it was. Play for set pieces we will turn off. That doesn't seem to help. And we will not necessarily distribute to left back this game. Actually, we'll do next match only, because we're not having our left back on the pitch who is good in possession. We're having Mark Whitford out there who's not that good. Just to kind of distribute to any of the fullbacks. Johnny Wilson seems hurt by team mentality was set up. It's the first time I'm noticing it. Now, why? Worried about not being comfortable with the team's mentality. You'll be fine, man. What? You've played in this team for a while now. Fifth time we're doing the tap. I don't understand. Yeah, we're doing well. Go out there and impress me. That's what we want to see. A bit of impressive form. So I think their recent form only shows the results of the cup, because their league is obviously not in the game. I don't know if they're just 1 or 2 leagues below us, or like 3 or 4. Guessing it can't be that much, but I think the golfing quality should be visible. And I'm just starting on balance just to be sure that they're like not actually one like really good team. We're probably going to push it up to positive or attacking fairly soon after the start of the game. As Adamczyk is down the right hand side here. Gonna try and cut it back, I guess. No, swings it to the backstick for Tomington. Tumulty knocks it down to Tuckerton, knocks it down to him, and he shoots. Oh, and I thought that was trickling to the bottom corner, instead that was bouncing up. It's a bit strange. As our pass completion early on shows that we should be in full control of the game, although they did just get their first shot on target of the match off. Yeah, pass completion and possession, I think, shows us we can happily kind of push for control in this match, although next time it starts with them on a throw-in. Okay, Massey is going to catch that one. Is Massey set to be a goalkeeper on defend? Yeah, that's fine, good. Oh wait, we haven't set to take short kicks, so we set him to roll it. Yeah, we should set him to roll it out. He's better with his hands than with his feet. Oh, good ball over the top for McLean. He's not going to get that, but Gardner is going to get it again down the right-hand side. McLean, can he get a shot off? He can. That was a good effort. Okay, we're still going to go positive, because we've been in control of the match. I don't know why he dinked the ball to Ben Mitchell, but we were able to keep it in the end, giving it up cheaply there, though. This is kind of what I was scared of, that this is not the kind of tactic we can very well, like in a game where we're in control, we cannot do much with it, but more is in here, though, now that I say that. A shot gets blocked pretty easily, though. And it's not the kind of tactic you control matches with, so it's more the kind of tactic as we go with a very direct passing style. We can win against teams who are kind of a little bit better than us by countering them, but not necessarily the kind of tactic we'll be able to carve teams open with over and over again if they're sitting a bit deeper, as they've been able to carve us open there. So it's looking a bit worrying, to be honest. Gardner on it. Switch out to Latifi. Yeah, this is not good. We're getting good balls over the top. We're gonna, if we see another highlight of that sort, we're gonna drop off them a little bit. But next highlight starts with us in possession. Tarkington doing inside. Gardner with a dangerous tackling, considering he's on the yellow card already. Tumulty heads forward to Moore. Can he get there before the goalkeeper? He can't, but Briars, goal is open. Okay, tries to keep it calm. Moore is found, and he scores, and he's onside. Yes! Let's go 1-0 against run of play. I will say that, but it doesn't matter. We're still 1-0 ahead. So Moore just about not able to get there before McNamara. I thought Briar's going to go for the shot because the goal was open. Then he keeps it calm, finds Adamczyk, who slides a beautifully sliced ball across. More fast time off the post and trickles in very slowly, but placement rather than power. And we are in the lead. And what we will do with that is we will slow the pace of distribution down just to control the game a bit more. As our pass completion has dropped quite significantly since the early exchanges of the match. We are going to keep our directness, but we are going to go for a slightly lower tempo, because we can now genuinely try and control this game a little bit. Again, our players, our tactics, our approach doesn't really suit that, but we can still try because we should still have the better quality of players out there than our position. As was that a shot? That was such a weird attempt if it was. We haven't been able to create much of anything ever since we scored that goal. And you know, I know that I tried to put more control of the game, but that doesn't mean I want us to stop attacking and just do it a bit more considerately. As no time he's going to get through that. Okay, he's not. Wilson finds more with a wonderful Wilson's foot with wonderful blah 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 blah. Charlie Wilson with a wonderful pass to Jack Moore, takes him in stride, slots it past the goalkeeper, 2-0 up, and I'm so glad that I brought Jack Moore into the starting 11 a game ago, and he's absolutely repaying the faith that I showed into him. He hits it towards the center of the goal, but luckily the goalkeeper was positioned very poorly. And yeah, 2-0 up, 35 minutes in. It's looking more comfortable than it was so far in this game, but fine by me. It's a really, really nicely worked goal and wonderful pass by Johnny Wilson. Moore still had a lot to do, but he did it well. And 2-0 up, 2 goals by him. So Malti finds the ball out wide to Tarkington. He's going to swing it in, backstick for Adamczyk, who I would like to move into the center a bit more aggressively there, but Jake Moore with the first hat-trick of the Journeyman series. Let's go, boy! Woo! This man is on fire. Seconds after he scored his second, Tarkington with a bit of an overhit cross, or maybe it was aimed at Adamczyk, played back in on a scissor kick volley, headed into the bottom corner beautifully by Jake Moore. And what a player we seem to have on our hands here. And, you know, now questions will be asked of the board why they're trying to sign a striker when we had this guy in our resis. And questions will be asked of me why we haven't brought him in sooner. But I think we've brought him in just on time. 3 goals, perfectly done. And, well, we should really, even though we've not looked as comfortable as I thought we would in this match, see this out with a lot of ease. Now I think I'll even drop it down to key highlights. As Adamczyk is found here. Is he going to fight more again? No. And I think we go to key highlights for league matches from now on as well. As Tamelty scores a 4 for us. Very fortunate how that dropped to him. But he was there to pounce and he slots it home wonderfully. Yeah, we're going to drop it down to key highlights for this and for league matches as well. Because the league, you know, we're not going to be in a relegation fight. We're not going to be in a promotion push really this season. So it's just good to easily slot home. McNamee should still do better, the goalkeeper, but that's fine. Dominant display in the end. 4 goals from a 0.98 XG is very, very fortunate, and we've got a lot of thanks. We've got to be very grateful for that goalkeeper. That goalkeeper having really much of an off day too. As Tarkington is found down the left, Worry tries to turn his man, finds Whitfield. Over the top of Tarkington. Can he slot it past? Oh, he walks past the goalkeeper, unable to find the empty net though because he tried to cut it back. So they do clear in the end. Yeah, so we're gonna go for key highlights all the way throughout. Like the league matches there. The cup matches these cup matches are always so entertaining. Unless we're falling up at the break, someone's falling up at the break. We're gonna stay on extended highlights for though. That's yeah, no real complaints from any one of our players so far, from what I can see here on the performance ratings. Yeah, wonderful. Nicholas Tarkington, once again, terrible down that left-hand side. We really should be looking for another option out there. Tell the boys I'm happy with the number of shots on target so far. Keep it up. Oh no, I did want to. Oh, we wanted to tell them not to get complacent, but well, I guess it's too late for that now. We'll be fine, right? Right. We will bring Bradley Yip in and see how he can do down that left-hand side. Obviously make him an inverted winger to get the best out of his dribbling, because that's the only thing he can do really. Other than that, we don't need to make any changes yet, but I think we'll make them before too long to make sure none of our players struggle too much for the game on the weekend. Also slow the pace down a little bit and start the second half here. Messi is going to take the goal kick. And Moore is in again early in the second half. Can he score a fourth? He doesn't. Ooh, just past the post. I think he's going to come off right now as well. I just wanted to give him the standing ovation and not sub him off at half time. And he will get that now. Oh, wait, can we do, how many substitutions can we do? Let me see. Okay, we can only do 3 substitutions, but Jake Moore has to be taken off. Although, does he? No, Watts is complacent as well. He doesn't have to come off, does he? Let's just leave the changes. I think it's more important to take off players later who need a break so that they are fit for the weekend. And Jake Moore, our strikers normally don't get that tired, so better not to. Ooh, plays with the Yip. Yip, can he score? Yes! On his second game in professional football, senior, let's say senior football, because it's not professional football. He scores! Let's go! Second game for the club. He just come in like a week ago. We tried to play him down at left because we're not happy with our left winger, and you know, he's more of a right winger, and he does wonderful. He take the ball in the stride, dribble past his man, and slots it past the goalkeeper with seeming ease, and that is fantastic. 5-0, boys. It's exactly the kind of result I was hoping for. Performance, still not too convinced by what we offered up for them, and you know the opportunities we create for us, we've taken, so that's fine. Yip is on the ball again, dribbling again. Was that a shot? Was that a cross? That's kind of the problem for a player of his ilk. On his weaker foot, not a really good decision maker in front of the, well, when it comes to end product. So I'm not sure what he tried there, but it's fine. So we will bring on Jack Owens. I guess Johnny Wilson. Is anyone else like who? Yeah, you know what we'll do with Briar still? We'll make him a fullback on defend, so that hopefully he doesn't push forward as much and he preserves some energy. Ooh, another goal! Wait, I'll be back in a second. Okay, another goal for us. I don't know what happened. Wilson dribbles down the right, sorry. Johnny Wilson about to be taken off. Back inside for Briars. Nasty delivery. And Jake Moore. Yes! Let's go, lad. 4th goal of the game. He's going to get that 10.0 rating. I am sure of it. What a player. Oh, there you go. He is on a 10.0. And I so desperately would like to take him off. But should we? We've got 1 sub left, and I think I want to spend it on one of our more tired players. Andy Ferguson has got 10 natural fitness. William Worry has got 14. Craig Briars has got 9. But Fergie has deserved to break, hasn't he? And you know what? Screw them all. Jake Moore is going to come off because he just deserved the standing ovation so very, very much. I'm going to lower the tempo even more. We'll stay positive because it's just been working so well for us. Got a bit slightly shorter passing. stop preventing the short goalkeeper distribution, and confirm those changes. Give Jake Moore a bit of a standing ovation. Fantastic performance by the guy. Four goals in 62 minutes, and none of them were like gimmies. He had to work for all of them, and he did so really, really well. Fills me with a lot of confidence for the rest of the league season. Hopefully, we'll be having a very capable striker, considering Chris Watts has not shown himself to be one of those, which is also kind of good because Chris Watts is top earner at the club, so maybe we can get rid of him without being too worried about losing our main goal scorer. So that's good for the financial situation and the summer transfer window. Being quite exciting, hopefully. So yeah, 6-0 from an XG of 2.02 for us and 1.31 for them, has to be said. They are now creating a couple of opportunities, so we will go a bit more conservatively. Although Tamelti has picked up a knock. I can't take him off, can I? You know what, can we just take him off? Yeah, we don't want to cause a major injury here. We'd rather play with 10 players for the rest of the game, making sure to see this one out without grabbing a major injury. Hopefully Tamelti will be fit and firing soon again. We'll see what the report will say after the game. Wow, what a performance. Wonderful, wonderful play, boys. And yeah, just a couple of players who didn't stand out were Turkington and Whitfield from the ones who started. Anyone else, very, very good performance out there. And I say to the boys, nice work, everyone. That was good, really good. Jake Moore looks delighted. Everyone extremely happy or delighted. Fantastic. It's exactly the kind of result you need to get a dressing room on your side. So hopefully they will all stop opposing me now. Let's see. But I will admit our league performances haven't been too convincing. I think my internet's really struggling with the upload, so I do apologize for anyone watching if it's not going too well. Why is it taking so long to process? We didn't save before the game. I don't think we saved yet since we started the stream, so hopefully the game isn't. It's because I think it's because we're playing on deadline day. It's always taking time to process those hours, doesn't it? So apparently there was another game going on today. So we won the only game who was delayed twice, I guess. But yeah, 6-0 victory. Let's go. We win the Intermediate Cup third round. Fourth round hasn't been drawn yet, by the looks of it. Have exceeded expectation for qualifying for the next round, as very few people had thought them capable of reaching this stage of the competition, which I don't understand because we are in the top league of this competition, like of the teams who are allowed to take part in this competition. So tournament penalty is just out for 3 to 6 days. So that means this weekend on the league fixture, we'll have to deal without him, which is painful. But other than that, we'll be able to manage. So apparently we can't have a deeper look into this game, which is a bit disappointing. I would like to praise my players. Jamie Massey, 7.8. Craig Bryers getting some praise. Maybe I can just click here. What will I praise? Praise his defensive performance? No, seems to have different standards. I wasn't happy with my performance. Okay, that's not good. Can I praise your recent form then? Okay, well, that's gone badly. Craig Bryars doesn't like me, I don't think. Andrew Ferguson, we can praise him. Anyone who's gotten over an 8.0 deserves praise after this game. If you appears in the air last match, he literally was. He didn't lose a single aerial duel. Willie Worrell is gonna get praise as well for. Should praise his tackling 3 out of 4? Is that not good enough? I'll say that. So you played in an unfamiliar role, you played very well. Adamczyk, of course, 2 assists. Not scoring this time, but assisting very well. You was part of the number of quality chances you created. Very good. Tony Tumulty got a 7.8. Jack Moore is, of course, getting praise. Put armor on. I'm really pleased how you played last match and that you scored, keeping the good work. So he had 6 shots, 4 on target, scored 4 goals from an XG of 0.99. What a performance out there. Let's see, hierarchy. So Briars now opposes me, following my chat, but Worry has stopped opposing me. Still no player that supports me, but we'll get there. We'll get there one day. Post-match press conference. Okay, let's do it. Come on, let's have some positivity in the room, please. We won 6-0. For crying out loud. To say that particular result was on the cards would be an exaggeration. Just how pleased are you by the outcome? We played really well, and I'm pleased that we got the job done. It was an exceptional performance, and I really couldn't be happier. Yeah, that's a better response. The fairy tale continues. You must be delighted to progress further in the competition. That's a brilliant feeling. Today's result sees your team through to the next round of the competition, and you must be delighted. Do you think you can go all the way and win it? As long as we're still in the competition, we've got a chance of winning it. Exactly. Tell us about Jake Moore's player of the match, winning performance out there today. He's quality, and I think everyone knows that. The draw of the Intermediate Cup has given Piers and I an away draw against Port Stewart. Oh no, we just drew against them considering a last-minute equaliser. So it already has been drawn, I guess. The supporters disappointing at receiving a tougher fixture than a potential home match was presented. Is that an assessment you agree with? I'm happy with the draw, and I think it will suit us to be the visiting team in this instance. I agree that having to go to Port Stewart is a tough ask, and it takes something special to come away with a win. Yeah, I say that considering we were unable to do so at home as well. With Andrew Law spotted watching Johnny Wilson today, would you consider selling to Limavady? No, I don't want to. Maybe Andrew came to watch us because we play such good football. I hope so, because we're not selling anyone. Ben Mitchell has put pen to paper on a new contract despite interest from elsewhere. I'm very surprised by that because the interest was from the division above. You must be delighted that he's committed his future to the club. I always wanted him to make a public statement regarding his desire to stay here, and he's done just that. Hopefully that's the end of it, and he continues to be a quality player for us. Damn, our relationship to Neil Stewart hasn't changed. Project Get Neil Stewart to like us is still not working out well for us. A lot of the players around here from Northern Ireland and Ireland are becoming to get acquainted with me, so that's good. Piers and I to play Port Stewart in Intermediate Cup draw. It's going to happen on the 14th of February, so that's another midweek fixture coming up for us very soon. But after that, we've got a bit of a break, so it should be good. More in top form. Law spotted at Lurgan Town Arena. We heard that already in the press conference. Okay, good. I think we can move on. The only question is who replaces Tony Tumulty midweek, and I think it is going to be, as I said, of the bench again. I think it's going to be Jack Owens. He's not the player who's currently training to be an attacking midfielder. That's Mr. Blackstock, but Jack Owens is just a much better player than him. So Jack Owens will go in there, and we will for this week set him to train there as well. So that shouldn't hurt his capabilities there. In terms of the rest of the team, Ben Mitchell has played very well, but Jack Graham has not given us any reason to not trust him so far. And similar things go for Nathan Rittler and Mark Whitford. Any other changes we made ahead of the match? No, not really. Bradley Yip has made it an interesting proposition to play him down that left-hand side. I think Tarkington is going to get one more run out, otherwise Bradley Yip is going to get the start. So we're playing away against 9th in the table next. And then we'll rest some of the players who've been playing a lot. And obviously Jake Moore for his performance. Training, rest one day. And then we can continue on to the next match. Massey was staying goal as well, obviously after that clean sheet, good performance. Goddamn 6-0, yeah. Very, very nice result. I'm really sorry about the connection. I think the stream's not going too well right now. So it's difficult for me because to keep a watchful eye on it whilst I'm also focusing on the game. I hope it doesn't at least come through in the videos, the VODs. Transfer window roundup. Top transfer was Reece Doyle, 19-year-old striker who's gone from Banbridge to Crumlin, out of the league. Okay, top deadline day deal is Jim O'Hanlon, a winger who's gone onto Bangor on loan from